Hello there, and welcome to RPM Championship Division. I'm Mr. Inorganic, your commentator for tonight. You lucky lot. Hopefully we'll be joined a bit later with commentary royalty and the incredibly rich Mr. Luke will hopefully be joining me in the commentary booth. We're running a slightly different setup. This is a sprint race, and we always used to run reverse grid, but halfway through this particular season we've now changed it to a one-stop quali lap, so the pressure's on drivers to get the lap done as quick as they can. They've got one chance, so there's not much that I can really show. It will just show one car, and we are on board with Entity at the moment on this. Let's go on board with Entity in the last few corners at the moment. Yeah, showing, and picking up a bit there. Obviously we just got one driver showing because everyone is at the moment doing their qualifications. There's a one-stop, a one-shot qualification, and we should get some idea. Oh, and I saw Kieran was disqualified, so I should have a run through of the time. So we got Stubby, who set the fastest lap in a 1:19.6. Good lap there. Giraffe second, Bronco third, Smith fourth, Rodo fifth, Scooter Glenn sixth, Entity seventh, Husk eighth, Leakey ninth, Rusty Orkan 10th, Riker 11th, and Kieran in 12th. Kieran and Riker both disqualified. Obviously, probably track limits. So that's our grid. And if anyone wants to say hello in the channel, that would be. I would try and read out most of the comments, but I'm expecting an exciting race. Not many drivers still, holidays and school holidays and people away. I've got no telemetry, so I don't know what the weather's going to be, but at the looks of it at the moment, the crowd seem to have t-shirts on and no coats, so take that as it's going to be nice and dry. Don't see any umbrellas. Hopefully, I mean, yesterday's race was a interesting race. Lots of incidents, lots of safety cars, yellow flags, virtual safety cars, and we go with the lights now. We'll go for the formation lap, and this lovely Monza track, which I'll let you into a little secret. Won't tell anyone, but I was actually preparing and doing lots of practice around Imola and not Monza. Yes, for some reason in my head I got it mixed up. But I still come. Oh, and Smith's left the session. And this is just a sprint race at the start, so hopefully Smith will be able to rejoin for the main race. If you're going to get disconnected, you want to get disconnected in the sprint race. Obviously, where you finish in the sprint race will be your starting grid position. And yeah, and we can see the ghosting on Smith's Mercedes. Not what Smith would have hoped for, because you do get points for the top 5 of the sprint, and in such a closely fought championship you definitely want to be scoring as many points as you can. We've got Bob Spun in chat. Good luck, Team Merck. Hannah, and hello, Bob Spun. I beat you yesterday I think for the first time ever. Did that slip out? Sorry. I don't know where that come from. Some mic interference. Yep. We've got Mr. Lerner Driver. Good evening in organic. Good luck, Williams. I think at the moment Williams are in a good, strong place. Just waiting for the lights. And I don't know why I've got times on my board. I have times. And it's lights out. It's pedal to the metal and away we go. Let's have a look. It's going to be first corner chaos. Hopefully not. This corner usually does. It looks like everyone's got round. Pretty nice and tidy. Looks like everyone has behaved themselves. Giraffe is right up on the back of Stubby. We know Stubby is quick. He's found a lot of pace recently. Oh, and he's just hit Giraffe. Just going into the corner. Just going into the chicane. Oh, and that's going to drop. We got yellow flags. Let's have a look. Giraffe has kept it going. He just clipped the back tyre of Stubby and got pushed round. But Stubby now has got Bronco for company. And Bronco, there we go, to leader. That's a bit better. Rusty Orkan's just got a plus and a minus. That's helpful. So we've got, on the first lap, we've got Stubby, Bronco, Rodo, Husk, Smith, Rusty Orkan, or as Bronco is having a look. Under heavy braking, you're flat out there under the, and into this really horrible chicane, heavy braking. It looks like everyone is pretty much keeping it nice and tidy. I'm sure them times are not right. We got another flag. And I think that's Husk. I think Husk has had a moment. Don't know if anyone's involved in that. That seems to be the second chicane. Seems to be causing a few drivers a few issues. As Stubby's gone round instead of purple sector 2. Done the same last race in organic, was practice in Portugal when we raced at Netherlands. We don't even race there this season. We don't even race at Imola this season. I don't know why I got that completely mixed up, but yeah, it wasn't until I kind of the day before realised that it was Monza. But Giraffe now, after that bit of a spin, will be open, set the fastest lap, so we'll be open to go for the. We got another yellow flag. I think that might have been Giraffe again. But Stubby is not being able to completely shake off Bronco, who will have DRS. There we are, we got it open. It seems to be pretty... Yeah, it seems to be pretty spread out at the moment. Let's have that back on. So and see where the battles are. All kind of settled down and settled. Bob Spun, did you beat me on organic, fair and square? See, I didn't lie about not liking the track. Yeah, I actually finished 4th. I have no idea how. Not my greatest race, I got to say. But I'll take 4th all day long. Just a case of keeping it clean and pushing some hard tyres incredibly long. And managing to get away with it. There we got a bit of Rodo being followed by Smith. Smith has got the DRS on Rodo. There seems to be a big gap there down to Entity. Entity was on comms yesterday. I've got it on good authority that Entity is not particularly looking forward to this race. Kieran and it looks like Leakey's picked up some damage, so Leakey's had to go into the pits. This is probably the closest battle we've got on track at the moment. We've got Husk, Kieran and Scooter Glenn, and just in front of them is Riker in that beautiful Alfa Romeo. And we got Rusty Elkan in 10th, also in the beautiful Alfa Romeo. No bias whatsoever, best car on the track. Kieran there was having a look at Husk going into the chicane, too far back now. And a bit of a gap has opened up there, so Kieran's going to want to try and get back into the DRS zone. But he's got Scooter Glenn now, breathing all over the back of him. I'm going to stay with this. I think Scooter Glenn, yep, under DRS. Really powerful air, drops Kieran down to 9th. And the amount of grief that Kieran has given me today about my physical physique, my figure, my sexy figure. Kieran has actually been dreading me being on comms because I'm going to give him some grief. But at the moment he's in the slipstream trying to get back Scooter Glenn, and he's going to break in, and he's pulled off a decent overtake there. Under braking, DRS is really powerful out. But Scooter Glenn is having a look on the outside. Kieran on the inside's gonna keep on going, but they're gonna go into this chicane. And Scooter Glenn has managed to get past Kieran. Not the greatest of camera angles then. I've done with better camera angle. I'll have to have a word with Luke, try and get some better cameramen. Start paying them a bit more money. But yeah, I was saying, Bob Spun, yeah, I think I just about beat you, I think. Yeah, I didn't have the best race. I think the trick around here was just trying to keep it clean, because there was lots of, as Entity gets past Rodo again under DRS. And this is sprint, so whether they finish in sprint with the starting position on the grid. There's Bronco now, he's on Stubby. That Ferrari is given a AlphaTauri a bit of a run for its money, and they've opened a bit of a gap on Smith. It'll be interesting to know, if I did know, people's wings. I'd imagine a lot of them are probably running the very low wing. I don't think they'd be 0-0. I think you still kind of need a bit of a grip with to help get the power down, and especially through the chicanes. That camera angle just a bit, but Bronco now in DRS zone, trying to put Stubby under pressure, which is just too far back. So I would say Stubby's running quite low wings. In the background we've got Entity and Rodo still battling it out. We'll be looking to try and keep in the DRS zone. We're trying to get him under braking, because One Way tries to send him the dummy, but then thinks twice about it and pulls out, just letting Entity know that he's there. I think Entity will be pleased, I think, with a 4. Seeing how fast Stubby is. I'm just going to go back now, because Bronco is again close to Stubby, but doesn't seem to be, again, not been able to make inroads. Just seems to lose it a bit out them corners. So let's see. Yeah, Stubby's just pulling away a bit now. I don't think it's too far back for Bronco. The DRS is open, but he's going down the outside. He's having a look. He's got past him. Under braking. He's going on the outside. They've got a big tight there. Could be touching. It looked like there could have been a touch, and Bronco's pulled out of it. I think there might have been a touch there. So Bronco has just let Stubby back through. Could have done with a better camera angle there. Kieran has just got past Scooter Clem on the chicane, and Rusty Oilcan is keeping an eye on the McLaren and the Red Bull, and such a lovely car, that Alfa Romeo. I was told that only top drivers can apply to drive for Alfa Romeo. Doesn't mean that top drivers are going to actually be accepted. I've been accepted for Alfa Romeo, so that tells you all. It's a beautiful car. I think I may have said that before. But Stubby takes the win. Bronco second, Smith third, Entity fourth, Rodo behind. Husk will come through on sixth, followed by Riker. Kieran will take eighth, Scooter Clem ninth, Rusty Arkan 10th, and Giraffe has had a mare coming on the last corner. He will, if you're going to crash or you're going to spin out, you definitely want to do it in the sprint. But he's going to take last place as Leak is just got past him. I'm not quite sure what happened then. I don't know why, unless he must have picked up quite a bit of damage and just couldn't get the power down. Oh, but it's on there it's saying that he was still leaky last. Okay, that's not how I saw it on the track, but it does say Giraffe finished 11th and Leakey down in 12th. There's our starting grid, Stubby and Pole alongside Bronco. Second row is Smith and Entity. That'd be a good little battle there. Then we've got Rodo, Husk, Riker, Kieran, Scooter Glam, Rusty Oil Can, Giraffe and Leakey. I know Learner Driver will be watching this and hoping that the main race will be better for the Williams. And because it's a sprint race, the drivers now are getting the tactics and what tyres they're going to be on, while we get the view of the crowd. And there's still no umbrellas, still no raincoats. Lots of clapping. I don't know what they're clapping at because there's not much going on. Or they're just trying to drown out the sounds of a very lonely Brummie. We're still waiting for drivers to get ready. Then we'll go into the formation lap. Anytime soon. And then we'll get on to the main racing. Bit more tidier than what it was yesterday. There was a lot more, a few more drivers yesterday than what there are today. It's just that time of year, with holidays, etc. We'll probably see towards the latter half of the season more drivers turning up, back off their holes, the lucky so-and-sos. I didn't get paid enough for a holiday. In fact, me just mentioning the H word, I'm expecting my P45. I can feel Luke's wallet shaking now at the thought of me mentioning holidays. Kieran in chat, I also did a great Daniel Ricciardo move on scooter at the end. Yeah. Kieran, I know you can hear me. Be afraid. Be very afraid. I'm not going to say what he was saying about me. But it was somewhere on the lines of while watching Ahsoka. I think I would actually be excellent in Ahsoka. I think I'd be excellent in Star Wars. Yeah, Kieran started talking to me in Jabba language. So, Kieran, be afraid. As we now go into a formation lap. Let's have a look at the tyres while the cars are going round. There we go. That on. Bit of a mixed bag. Stubby on the mediums. Next to him is Bronco on the softs. I did a soft hard yesterday with a one stop. So we could look at maybe a soft hard or maybe a soft medium or soft medium soft. More than likely mediums will be going medium hards, or they could be going medium soft. But we've got Smith, Entity and Rodo on mediums. Then the three behind them of Husk, Riker and Kieran on softs. Scooter on mediums. Rusty on softs, hoping to go through the pack at the start. Both alphas on softs, hopefully no double stacking. Then we've got Giraffe on hards. I think that's a good shout. I think the way that the sprint went for Giraffe, I think he's going to look at going long on them hards, and then possibly going on to the softs. If Giraffe can look after them hards, if I can do it, anyone can. That's a good shout. And then we've got Leaky, who's on softs. Oh, there's a bit of a... Don't know what happened then. Stubby got disqualified, I think, outside of the... I can't see the lights. I imagine the lights... I can't see the lights at all. That's great camera work. So I'm going to go with... It's lights out, it's pedal to the metal, and away we go. And oh, there's a big bump there. And straight away 3 cars. Oh, that's absolute chaos. There's 4 cars there. Well, the screen's only saying there's 3, but I think Rusty Oil Can has survived it. But one car just seemed to go across track. I don't know if he was hit or went for too hard on acceleration, but at the start, after a fairly clean sprint race, we've gone straight into a full safety car, and that means there's only now 9 drivers. We started off with 12, and there's going to be 3 not very happy drivers. They didn't even make it to the first corner, mayhem. It was just bits of cars everywhere. Yeah, that was an epic. And Rusty in the Alfa Romeo is the only one that was involved in that crash. Has been able to keep the car going. So anyone has got any doubts about the build quality of Alfa Romeos, there you go. So not the start, and especially Smith, who is our championship leader at the moment. And Bronco? Is Bronco disconnected? I don't know what's happened to Bronco there. And Bronco's out as well. So, Bronco's left the session, so I don't know if he's had a disconnection or possibly a fault with his equipment. And now there was 8. But this is good news for Rusty, because he's going to be able now to get the repairs done to the lovely Alfa Romeo, and hopefully be able to catch up the pack as we're on board with Stubby. Wasn't expecting to see much as the safety car this race with only few drivers, and now we're down to 8. Yeah, 8 drivers, and the Dorset tones of a brumming. The mute button is available. I don't think the safety car is going to be in just yet, because there was absolute carnage. But apart from that, no one else has really gone into the pits. This has helped Giraffe and Entity in second. Entity will be looking at Bronco going out. So I think Entity will definitely take second place. I think he'll be happy with this result. And I think he'll be hoping that we just call an end to the race right now. So we've actually still got both the Williams and both the Alfa Romeos. Husk got taken out without taking even the one corner. Yeah, I just saw a car go from the left. I think it was Husk's car, so probably he's been touched at the back, which has made the car just go to the right, and the cars on the inside, nowhere to go. And I'm imagining Bronco has lost connection. And safety car is in this lap. 8 drivers. Hopefully, they're all going to be very evenly matched pace-wise, apart from Kieran, who's up to 4th. Yeah, and it's still coming, Kieran. It's still coming. Don't worry. But when is Stubby going to go? He's back into the pack. He's warming up them tyres. So when is Stubby going to go? And is he going to catch Entity napping? He's gone. He's gone for it. And he did kind of catch Entity out. Entity now, he's just holding back Riker. Oh, that's good. And I think that was Kieran. Yeah, had gone out wide. But Riker has just had to back out a bit. So nobody take. Everyone be careful around the Alfa Romeo. Anyone hits the Alfa Romeo, there will be strict and harsh penalties against you. I'm not biased in the slightest. And if you don't know, I do drive for Alfa Romeo. But at the moment, everyone is pretty much spread out. And I think with 8 drivers, this might be one of them races where everything has happened before the first corner. It was just absolute pure carnage. Scooter and Kieran there having a look and got it all wrong, having a look at Giraffe and gets it wrong. And Giraffe now and Scooter have got past Kieran. Scooter is watch this battle, because Stubby has pulled 1 second ahead of Entity. So this is the best battle on track at the moment, further down the field. And that consists of Scooter, Kieran, Leaky and Rusty. And Kieran, I know, is going to be wishing he didn't give me so much grief before the race. But Kieran is going to have to try and fight off Leaky. Leaky's having a look. DRS is not enabled yet. It will be enabled at the beginning of the next lap. That will spice things up a bit. Especially these lot. Leaky. All over the back of Kieran. Kieran's wing mirrors full of the Alpine. And Leaky has got an Alfa Romeo in the back of his wing mirrors. So Rusty can just keep watching this battle. Oof. As Leaky has a bit of a moment. And there we go, we've got DRS now open. Oh, and Leaky's gone wide there. I don't know if he just lost grip, and that was the yellow flag. Don't know if he missed his braking point, or just went into the corner a little bit too hot. And that's what Rusty's got to do. Just put pressure on the cars in front, keeping the DRS zone, because there's a bit of a DRS chain at the moment. And with Leaky outside the DRS zone, Leaky's going to try and really have to push hard. Giraffe is now looking at Riker. And what? Come on, cameraman. He's still behind the Alfa Romeo. I didn't put it in chat, so I'm hoping the Alfa Romeo boys are listening. Good luck. And good luck to everyone else as well. No bias in the commentary booth whatsoever, as I'm looking at a big poster of an Alfa Romeo. But Giraffe trying to keep the pressure on Riker. Rusty is now right on the back of Kieran, and he's looking on the inside. He's going to get the move done. He has got the move done. But it does mean Kieran now will have a good helping of DRS. He'll be in that DRS chain, and he will have another look at Rusty. Pulls them to the outside. But with Rusty on the inside, but Kieran still... Oh, careful. Bit of touching then. As Kieran was trying to go up the inside, but Rusty was well ahead. So Kieran had to back out. And on board with the Alfa Romeo. Is Kieran dropping a bit? Kieran dropped a bit of back, so Rusty with them obviously slightly fresher tyres, having to go into the pits on the first lap. It hasn't particularly hurt him too much, and I'm sure Entity Smith's Red Mist is probably going to take a while to disperse. Now we have gaps. Lots of gaps. The closest here is Leaky. Go on, Leaky. And Kieran there comes back across. And that didn't particularly look to... I don't know if Kieran knew he was there or not. Kieran looked like he took the corner a little bit too wide. Leakey went up the inside. Kieran then come across to come back onto the track. Not sure he knew Leakey was there, because he looked like he tried to then steer away without causing too much an issue. But there, Leakey then trying to get the power down, gets a bit squirmish, but he has again slightly pulled away from Kieran. I wonder if Kieran's got more down force, or Kieran gets a bit squirmy then. He's really struggling to get the power down. I'm going to go now to the Alfa Romeo. I haven't said that much at all this race. Looking at Giraffe. Giraffe has just gone about his business. Definitely sprint race to forget as Kieran goes into the pits. And Kieran gets 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pits. Oh, my heart bleeds. Kieran, my heart bleeds for your son. That's he. Give me grief while watching Ahsoka. You've gone into the pits. 8, you've gone into the hards. So Kieran, I would think, will try and take them hards to the end of the race. I think I did 27 laps. Yeah, 17 laps. Yeah, I think I did 20 laps, I think, on mine. So Kieran should be alright. Should be able to get through, knowing the rest of the cars ahead of him will have to pit. So he'll try and get that gap down as much as he can. Whether he will try and go into the pits again to clear his 5-second penalty, I think will depend if we get a safety car, which I would say is very unlikely at the moment, as we're watching Riker putting a lot of pressure on Jeff. Now it's a good camera angle, that's what we want more of. And it was a lovely overtake there from Riker. Managed to get past Giraffe, but Giraffe there, ooh, quite close to the back of the Alfa Romeo. And now Riker will pull away, but them softs, 10 laps, they're going to be going off. So I think Giraffe is the absolute no point fighting that, because I think Riker is going to have to go into the pits pretty soon to get rid of them hurt softs, because it's about this now. You could probably get about 10 laps out with softs. So yeah, you might see Riker probably coming in this lap, possibly. So Giraffe on them hards. And Kieran now has got a 3-second time penalty for track limits. So that's 8 seconds now for Kieran. And there we go. I called it. And so does Entity. Entity on the mediums. And with the mediums gone off, 11 laps on mediums has gone the same distance as the softs. So that seems a bit early to come in. But maybe, yep, I think seeing, well then again, Entity was ahead of Riker. So I think Entity now, along with Kieran, will try and take it to the end. Riker, meanwhile, went on to the mediums. So, I mean, has Entity hurt them mediums? I would have thought the mediums would have gone longer than just 11 laps. You're going to be looking at 10 laps, which Riker did on the softs. But Entity, well, maybe a couple of laps. Maybe thought that there's not going to be a safety car going in, as we see Rusty, and Rusty's got done for a 5-second speed in the pit lane. It's easy done here because you're under full acceleration and then you're making a dive into the pits, and that pit lane limiter line comes at you pretty quick, but that's going to hurt Rusty in the race. But Kieran now moves up to 7th with Rusty in the pits. So I think, I mean, if you just keep going with 8 drivers, you're going to get good points. So, yeah, I think Kieran and Rusty will just keep going. You don't know what's going to happen. And safety car, it ain't going to happen. Safety car isn't going to happen. And I mean, look at them times. The closest gap that we've got is Leakey on them 12 lap hard soft. Leakey has gone round and made his softs last. We come up to lap 13 now. So I would imagine Leakey will go on to. Oh, he's gone to mediums. 13 laps, yep. I think mediums would definitely last 13 laps. So Leakey got the most out of his softs, and we'll go now onto the mediums. And Entity now has moved up to 4th on them hards, going for the undercut on Scooter, Giraffe and Stubby. But I think you'll be looking now at the crossover of Scooter and Stubby possibly coming in soon. Or they're going to try and push their mediums a bit further and go on to softs. And yeah, big gap. Big gap. Always lovely to see big gaps when you're doing commentary. Let's go on board with Stubby, the race leader. Let's have a bit of Stubby. You can see how much of a gap Stubby has got over Giraffe. But these now as Entity. He's got the fastest lap. Oh, as the back of the AlphaTauri steps out, Stubby's kept it. And I really don't want to put the curse on Stubby like I did in Belgium. So all I'm going to say is we know Stubby has got so much pace. So much pace. And I mean, that's showing 10 seconds. I think Stubby will probably be thinking now with that gap, knowing that Giraffe and Scooter have got to go into the pits as well. But he stayed out. Definitely going for a medium soft. Definitely, because you're not going to start going on to hards with 10 laps left. So that's a medium soft. But I imagine the mediums now probably feeling the pain a bit. Well, let's have a look. I'm going to get down now because this is the closest gap we've got. Kieran and Leakey. Been a bit of a, but Leakey has got the DRS. Kieran can't fight that one too much. But Kieran will be hoping that he can stay up with Leakey. Stay in the DRS zone. And get a good tow from the Alpine. So that's the closest battle we've got at the moment. The Alpine of Leakey and the McLaren of Kieran, who afterwards, after realising, and Stubby into the pits, after Kieran realised that I was doing comms tonight, he was very, very, very apologetic for some reason. And there we go, we see the softs going on. We did say it would be a medium soft run for the AlphaTauri. And the other top three have gone into the pits as well. And that has allowed Entity now to go up to second on the grid. And Leak has gone on the fastest lap. Scooter's into the pits as well. That means Kieran has now moved up to 6th. And Scooter's got a penalty. So, who's going to go? Leaky? Yeah, I'm just going to keep an eye on this. I will keep an eye on the time with Entity and Stubby. Entity, I think, will be more than happy to finish second at the moment, especially knowing how quick Stubby is, and especially with Stubby being on the softs. So Entity would just want to try and keep the gap to himself and Rycat. Leakey behind Giraffe. Giraffe has done alright. I think Giraffe done well. Terrible sprint race, but has just managed to just go around, stay out of trouble, pitted when he's need to, and has managed to keep it clean, and he's worked his way up for the field all the way up to 4th. So I think Giraffe will be happy with a 4th place finish if he can keep Leakey behind him. And if you did just hear a lot of creaking, that's not my chair, that's me bones. I mean, somebody's been spreading vicious rumours that I'm old. And if you listen to Kieran, I'm old. I look like Jabba the Hutt. But Leakey still just trying to keep in the DRS zone of Giraffe. And as we can see, Stubby's already nearly 4.5 seconds ahead of Entity. And Stubby has gone round and set the fastest lap, being on them softs. He'll be looking for the extra points. I believe, I don't know without looking at telemetry, but that's going to put pressure on Smith at the top of the championship. Smith crashing out, unlucky at the start of the race. So we will see his lead get squashed, and I don't know if anyone, without looking at the table, will go above him in the championship. Go on board with the Red Bull driver Scooter, who is looking at the back. We've got the and Kieran's out. Kieran's DNF'd and caused the safety car. I did hear a moan from upstairs, and I think there was some throwing. But Kieran, if you want to join the comms, you're more than welcome to. So now there were 7. And Entity now is thinking softs. I mean, yeah. Who would predicted it? I think everyone now will go on to softs. And I think that's going to put Giraffe and Stubby a bit of pressure, because knowing everyone else behind, he's going to go for fresh softs. Riker's on softs, Leakey's on softs, and there's the very efficient Alfa Romeo crew. I'm sure that's a bit of an unsafe release there, but it's an Alfa Romeo and a Red Bull, so I didn't see anything. But they're all now on fresh softs, and they will be catching up to the safety car. They will be on much fresher rubber than Giraffe and Stubby. Giraffe was there thinking, this is my race, I have done everything that's been asked of him, and now the late safety car could put him under a bit of pressure, knowing that there's fresh softs behind him, and he's only on 3 lap old mediums, so not worth changing. But it does mean Stubby's 4 lap old softs will have a bit of a rest break. They would have been going off a lot more towards the end of the race than Giraffe's. So I think Giraffe was just kind of hoping that he could close that gap. But with them softs having a bit of a rest break behind the safety car, Matt Jones, I'm predicting there to be 27 laps. Well, Mr. Jones, as you can see, my predictions mean absolutely nothing, because I did say that with 8 drivers there ain't going to be a safety car. But I think Kieran may have made a mistake. I think he was pretty mad with himself. I have volunteered to open the comms booth for Kieran, who wasn't on comms yesterday. It was Entity. A safety car is in this lap. It was Entity on comms booth yesterday as Kieran was at Peter Kay concert while I was racing, and I believe as Stubby's trying to test his off-road capabilities there, zigzagging, and we've got Kieran joining us in the comms booth. First question, what happened?
So after the first safety car, my normal braking zone, you know, like the 100-meter boards and all that, I broke where I normally would, but for some reason I just went off the track, which I did 2 laps in a row. So I had to brake very early just to make the corner. And then I was like 2 miles per hour over the hill the peer limiter, and I just because of my braking, which seemed to just not work as well, I just went wide a lot of corners, which caused me to get another penalty. And then it was at the exit of turn 6 where I just lost the back of my car and then crashed.
Oh, so driver error then. Oh, it's unlucky. Unlucky. But after the grief you gave me.
It's more lucky for Stubby because he just took a 3-second time penalty now.
That could have a big implication on this race. Very well called there because of the retirements and the pits due to the safety car. Everyone seems to have got rid of their penalties, and it's now just Stubby, and that will really give Entity and Giraffe such a massive boost. They just need to keep within 3 seconds with 4 laps left. Do you think he's going to be able to make the gap?
No, I don't think he will. I think Entity will stay within DRS. No, yeah, I'm saying Williams are going to go 1-2. Just so when Entity does come in and say, "Yep, I told you so," I'll be like, "Yep, I supported you. I knew you was going to do it."
Yeah, well, I mean, I know Entity wasn't confident.
I also suck at Monza, so that's why I went so fast.
Yeah,
I'm just not very good at it.
I didn't have the best of races yesterday, but I finished 4th. Sorry, a bit of a cough there. As we see Rusty trying to have a look up the inside of Leaky, going into braking, but there's damage on Rusty's front wing. I don't know if that just happened. Don't know if you saw that, Kieran, but
I did not. I was kind of looking at the Stubby Entity battle.
Yeah, I didn't see. Oh, and he's touched.
Rusty's been almost spun around.
And almost collected Scooter, but Rusty kept it.
I noticed in the sprint, the Alpha males were making a lot of contact with each other. I don't know if you saw it. At the beginning, I think at lap 1, Ricker broke late to pretty much cut the chicane and hit into Rusty. And then a lap later, Rusty was pushing Ricker onto the grass.
Love taps. That's how much we, us at Alpha Romeo, we all embrace each other, and those little love taps.
Right.
But Stubby is really not pulling away, as Raikkonen is going to have a look at the inside. Almost.
Does it look like made a little contact there?
Yeah, it looked like they just hit the back tyre.
Because now going around the outside of Giraffe.
Yeah, and coming into the chicane.
Yeah. And the Williams 1-2 is disappearing.
But I tell you what, they're all going to be spurred on. They're going to see the fact that Stubby's got a 3-second time penalty. How gutted are you going to be for Stubby? He has done absolutely fantastic in this race. He has just pushed his luck a bit too much track limits, and I think that's going to hurt him because there's a couple of laps left and he's only 1.1 seconds ahead of Entity.
Feels like the luck I've had all season.
What, you've had no luck? I just thought it was just the way the McLaren was built. Not as good as the Alfa Romeos. Call me Jabba the Hutt.
Anyways, quickly moving on.
I'm just going to go back to the back because Scooter's just going to have a look at Rusty under DRS and under braking. But Rusty has a look, still got the inside but has to back out of it. And that wing damage is just slowing down a bit. But I think if you finish the race now, you're going to finish 7th. You're going to get good points.
Yeah, I was going for 8th place. And I was just like, I'm going to get 8th place, it's going to get points. And then I just lost control of my car and crashed.
Yeah,
and
well,
as soon as I spun, I've done that crash so many times. I'm pretty sure you have as well, like in practice and stuff.
Wasn't me because I was practicing at Imola.
Yeah. Maybe that's what I need to do. Maybe I should have practiced at Imola.
Yeah, that would probably done a bit better then. What Riker, I tell you what, Riker is keeping up with Entity, and he's going to keep on getting that DRS, which is going to put even more pressure on Stubby, because I think Stubby's going to go at the moment down to 3rd, and I think Learner Driver's going to be happy with this. It's going to be fantastic points for the Williams, but Riker and
Riker knows they can win this race. We get fast entries onto the grass.
But looks like Riker's got him on the inside of the chicane. Oh, those are the closest contact.
Entity's defending hard.
It looks like there was a bit of contact there, but I've already said that if anyone hits Alfa Romeo, you do get heavily penalised.
I mean, it reminds me of sure Vicar behind flashbacks to what Rusty did to him in the sprint.
I tell you what though, that has helped Stubby, because Stubby now has gone 3.1 seconds. He has managed to claw that gap because these two were having a bit of a ding-dong. And Giraffe now is having a look into the final corners, into the final race. I'm going to have to go there as Stubby has managed to do it.
Giraffe and Ricker to the line.
Entities get 3rd over the Alfa Romeo. Leaky 500
separating them.
Wow, I mean that's fantastic points for the Williams. And Stubby, I think at one point must have been a bit nervous with that time penalty, but the battle between Entity and Riker really played into the Williams' hands.
Yeah, if I was in Stubby's position, they would have nothing would have happened. They would have stayed within 3 seconds. Everybody would have been within 3 seconds of me, and I would have dropped to the back.
Yeah, I haven't had a podium finish yet. I've had 2 fourths, so yep, this season. But there's our finishing. We got Stubby who takes the win. I mean, he must have been so nervous then with the that's it, give me the thing. Stubby followed by Entity. I think Entity 6/10th of a second. In second, I think Entity will be happy with that. Giraffe 3rd, so it's a Williams 2-3. I mean, you was close with your Williams 1-2, but the battle with Riker, who finished 4th, good points for the Alpha. Leaky 5th, Scooter 6th, and the last runner was Rusty. So really good points there for the Alpha and for the Williams, and the only McLaren didn't finish with the rest Did you
P8! I got a P8!
did you see the start, Kieran? Did you see the big crash?
I did see the crash. I narrowly avoided the crash. But to me, all I saw, I was taking care because it's Monza turn 1, and all I saw was a Mercedes just move across, like just slide to the right, taking 2 of the cars with him. Don't know how I avoided that.
Oh, so was Smith trying to get into the racing line and or just slid?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure all I saw was Mercedes just slide to the right, taking 2 cars with him.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a definite stewards one. I think that one's going to be. I just gotta say, it would normally be myself on commentary tomorrow, but I am unavailable tomorrow along with my fellow co-host Kieran. If I'm back in time, I'll try and get in the booths, get in the comms booth. But last season, driver, somebody you know very well, Kieran, there was a Callum 0064, not with us this season, but tomorrow is his 18th birthday.
Name doesn't ring a bell.
You know, not even the 0064 bit, that doesn't ring. Red Bull driver, somebody you love very much, and you're always hugging each other.
I don't know.
You sing each other's praises.
No idea. Are you talking about Jones? I don't think Jones has a 0064 in his name.
I'm sure if Jones could stick a 0064 on the back of his name now. Yes. Yeah. Not your co-host we're talking about. Yes. Your brother, who you worship, Callum.
No.
18th birthday. So we're actually out for a meal tomorrow.
But at the same time, it's only Callum.
I will do my best. So I don't know who's going to be on tomorrow. I will try and do my best. Like Kieran says, it's only Callum, which means Kieran will not be having anything to eat tomorrow. We'll just have to sit on the table and watch us eat. We know you love your brother. So I'm not sure yet what's going to happen tomorrow. Like I said, if I'm back in time, I will be in the comms booth. Or I might be a little bit late. I don't know who's going to be able to step in for me yet. But this was the championship division. We didn't have that many drivers, but a lot of excitement and a few more safety cars than what I was expecting, and a very early safety car. But this was a championship. I'm inorganic. If you like what you see, you know the drill. Leave a like, subscribe, and tell your friends. Yep, I think we've got some seats available if you want to come and join. If you want to join and race with us, go ahead and drop us a message, RPM in the Discord. And Kieran, I will let you have the final word.
Well, I thought Entity, he got podium, so I thought normally he would come in and do an interview.
Yeah, I mean he might be in the booth, but we know what entities Mike's like. He could be speaking and none of us can hear what he's saying.
Might be talking about how much he hates Brighton.
Yeah, and good luck to the Villa tomorrow. Not that we need it.
It's been very unenjoyable to drive.
So, do you know what race it's next week?
I believe it's Japan.
Do you know what? I don't mind Japan. I'm not very good. I'm not very good at Japan. I'm dead slow at Japan. But
oh no, it's Singapore. Sorry, Singapore. Singapore's been updated as well. It's got rid of the
final curve, isn't it? Something like that. Is it just straightened it?
Sector doing. Yeah, moved to like 2 corners.
Oh,
you know when went like right, left, then left, right, and then just like left and right.
Yeah.
They basically got rid of that, so they just made a quick chicane.
Is that where I crashed out last season?
Yeah, I can't remember.
I can't remember. I don't think I've got the best record around Singapore, so...
I do great around Singapore. I've got a 4th and a 6th. And that 6th, I remember, could have been a 4th as well.
Yeah, you said you were going to do absolutely fantastic round here today.
When?
Earlier on, you said, Dad, I absolutely love Monza and I am going to romp home, and Callum is the best brother in the entire world.
You're making this up now.
So there's people out there listening now that will have heard that and will have known.
There's 2 people.
2 people.
They've gone. Everyone else is gone.
That's just me and you. Everyone else is gone. So on that bombshell, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching, and might see you tomorrow. Don't know. And as you heard, Singapore next week, same time as today. Tuesday is First Division. And that will be yourself, Kieran, on the comms. So it's good night from me, and it's... And you're supposed to say it's good night from... No, forget it.
And it's good night from me.
It's good night from me, and it's good night from him. Right, thank you all for watching. See you all again soon. Bye-bye.